appraisal of the electoral process in Bayelsa State?
Well, so far the election here in Bayelsa has been so far so good. Like we all know, the electoral process in Nigeria is still growing and developing. We are not there yet, but we are not where we used to be. And most especially when you look at the issues of ballot box snatching, vote buying, and other issues that affect elections. We still have with us, though, voters' apathy. We have seen this since as much as I can remember 1993, where the number of those who are registered and those who actually come out to vote. So look, less than 60% of those who are registered don't come to vote. I remember that election of Anighoro, over 23 million people actually came out and they were registered, if I'm not mistaken. But the numbers that came out to vote was so much less, about 14 million people and all of that. And so that's what we are still seeing the pattern everywhere, every election. And the one in Bayelsa is not different from what we have seen. Which brings us to the issue of voters' education, voters' confidence. Because one thing that people have said is that where you have electoral malpractices, where the will of the people does not prevail often, there is apathy. There's loss of confidence in the process by citizens. And so that's one area we need to work on, engaging the citizens to have confidence and to know that regardless of what they think about the elections, if they don't come out to vote, then somebody will use their vote. And so this is very key. And so far, I think that in my observing of the elections, going around, we saw in one, I think, was it in Ward 3, I think Ward 5 here in Enemokwu, where the ballots were snatched. But due to the hard work of the security agencies, the ballot boxes were recovered and then the votes were counted. And everybody applauded the work of the security agencies. And for me, the citizens who refused to run away, regardless of the guns and all that could have affected even their lives at the end of the day. So I think that we are growing, but then the security of lives during elections need also to be strengthened. How that can be strengthened is very, 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 very key, the security of lives. Because when citizens are afraid that I could lose my life because I came out to exercise my franchise, they too will also not come out to come and vote. Stay here with us until we find a mechanism to deal with vote buying. Because I give you one reason why vote buying will still be here. On election day, you are asking artisans, those who live by the day, those who earn 3,000 naira from selling akara, those who earn 2,000 naira from riding okada, not to go to do their job. They live by the day. It is the money they make in the day that they use in feeding their families. And so when they see somebody coming to give them 7,000, 8,000, 5,000 for that day, it means that their life is dependent on that day. It becomes the sole reason why they want to take any action. Less than the majority will take money and still vote their conscience. Because as far as they are concerned, their conscience is where their bread is. And so somebody who is giving them bread is already the owner of their conscience. And so until we find a mechanism to deal with that, we will have that with us. Secondly, even vote buying is getting more sophisticated by the day. It is no longer seen in the street anyhow, or what you call it, browsing on the street. People are now becoming more strategic in their vote buying, either by giving people tally to come and meet them somewhere and all of that. How do you prove all of that in court that people were induced? They also know because that the proof of vote buying in court is cumbersome. It's not as easy as it should be. It's not party rights. Then they are confident in doing so. And sadly, even with the introduction of EFCC and other agencies to curb these incidences, these things still happen. In other local government, a situation like that happened during this election. Where vote buying went on unabated. And so these are the issues we are facing with vote buying. Vote buying is here with us. Hunger that is endemic is an enabler of vote buying. And then lack of proper prosecution of those who are involved or proof of it is also another reason. Until the civil society, the government and all stakeholders are able to find a very clear way to deal with this, it will still be here with us.
Well, the local government I went and the area I covered, I didn't notice much. Maybe they have their way of taking the cash, but it was not open if it was done in that area. And you know, the nature in Africa, this problem of vote buying has come to stay because of poverty. And that is what we are suffering now. But so far, so good. I can give the electoral process 65%.